If you're creating content and you're feeling overwhelmed by it, that is normal. It is happening to a lot of us, but I've got good news for you. There's a way that you can get over that. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this episode, where you're going to be able to see what we can do. And instead of seeing yourself as only a content creator, which is still good, we're doing that, but something that's going to go even beyond that, that gives you a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Hi, I'm Terry Brock, and we talk about this at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. And what I want to do here is talk to you about a very important concept, and here it is. It's called the Creative Conductor. This is where you're orchestrating AI to solve real-world problems. You are going to be able to position yourself so that you don't have to try to stay up on top of all the AI that's out there that's changing so fast, because no one can do that. I mean, hey, for crying out loud, they come out with a new edition here, and then a new one over here, and I'm glad they are, but you just can't keep up with it all, particularly with the 500 bazillion that are out there. I think that's the exact number, all out there with it. What we can do, though, is position yourself as that creative conductor. That's the person who knows what to do. By the way, I love this picture that we were able to get. It reminds me of Nichelle Nichols at Star Trek, who played Lieutenant Uhura wonderfully. I never met her, but just loved her, what she did. I think she's not with us any longer, but thank you very much, Nichelle. We appreciate that. But being a creative conductor, and really in a way, she was like that on the Starship Enterprise. She was the one that kept things going, sending the messages back and forth, keeping it rolling. And what you're going to do is learn how you can do that in a major way to be able to say, okay, we're going to take this and we're going to make it work in a big way. So what it is you got a barrier right now of entry that is zero. It's so easy to get into it, but that increases the competition. And how are you going to stand out in all of the world? So many people that are out there, so like billions and billions, and actually there are a lot there. But the old way of doing it is different than it is right now. We had millions that were required in funding. You needed millions of dollars to get it together, and massive engineering teams. Lots of people you had to put in, and that was a lot of money right there, getting them in there. Now we're looking at getting a company that will be able to be run by one person. And Sam Altman of OpenAI says we'll have a company that is worth $1 billion. That's with a B, billion, and you'll have one employee, because they're going to be doing the things that we're talking about here and how you can do that. And then it would take months or years to build all this. That's the old way. The new way, quite different and much better. Now, solo founders are building the hyper-specific software over a weekend. And that's a key term there. Hyper-specific. You want to make sure that you're solving a problem in a specific area. I'm going to talk with you a little bit more about that as we go through this. You see, the AI agents now are going to handle all the heavy lifting, all the work that you've got to do for market research, and then creating the graphs and creating the audio, even the video, all of that. More and more that's being done, and we think, well, then what are human beings going to do? Well, you as a human being are going to be able to do a lot more, because now the manual labor of building it is a commodity, meaning we can get machines to do that. And instead, you can invest your brain power and build community, building the relationships, the relationship marketing to make all this come together. So I want you to meet a creative conductor, which is what I would encourage you to consider being yourself. You see, a true creative conductor isn't the best programmer, the graphic designer, or the video editor. Who they are, they're the director. And they're the ones who, well, that will identify and spots a market gap before anyone else. You're the one out there going, hey, there's a need for this right here. There's some people that need to know how to do this and that. I got some expertise in that. Or I can get expertise in that and do it because my background is similar. You see, that's the key. That's the key for you. You might not know how to do this particular task, but you can do something that's related to it. And hey, I can read the books. I'll take a few courses on that. I'll hire a coach to show me what to do, or I'll take a community college course, or I'll go to the University of YouTube. Hey, that's how we learn today. You can do that. You're going to be able to identify that and move forward. And then here's that beautiful word, orchestrate. You're going to orchestrate it so that you're setting up the AI tools as an orchestra pit, putting it together in a very clever way. And then here's the real key, the prompt. We've known about the importance of prompts in AI for quite a while now. It directs the tools on what to build. We're telling them what to do, and you are taking control in that. As an orchestra director would do that, you're a creative conductor. Think about that. Write that down. Creative conductor. You're the one that's going to be able to work with people, help them in a profound way to get it done. I'm going to show you some ways that you can put that together. And also you're going to be doing some stitching too, which is assembling the output into a final product. You're going to be able to say, okay, we need a little bit of this here and a little bit of that and this here. Kind of like a conductor would do. An orchestra conductor, when she stands up there, she's saying, okay, we need a little bit more of the percussion at this point. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, slow the percussion down. How about the wind instruments, the piccolo and the flute? Let's hear them. That's good. Yeah. Now, slow that down. Percussion, we need the percussion to come in a little bit here. That's what you're going to be able to do, using the right tools in the right way and being able to get a lot done that way. This is what we're going to do it. So let's take a look at your AI orchestra. Think of it like the strings might be like the logic and the writing. What you're doing is you're using tools like Claude or Gemini, which I'm loving using Gemini and the Google set of suite. The tools they have, really doing a good job. And I love my Grok. I like that. Terry Brock showing you Grok. That's right. That's me, Terry Brock, showing you Grok, and you can Grok with Brock. I'm working on that thing. Let me know what you think about it. And then, of course, ChatGPT. Still love that. Still got a lot of juice in it. Still a lot of good there. You see, they can handle the language and the content generation and the nuance and the depth. They can do this, and now you're able to do that as the orchestra. The percussion, well, that's your rhythm, that's your data flow. You're going to use tools like make.com, Zapier, and there's several others on there that we're going to be talking about here. Let us know if you'd like to know more about that and those kind of tools. Just leave a note in the comments wherever you're getting this, whether you're getting this on YouTube or through podcasts with audio only, or maybe you're getting it on some sort of social media, Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, wherever it might be. Let us know. So you're going to be able to do that and keep everything in sync. That's really what a conductor does. You're going to be automating the workloads and you're going to be connecting all those tools so they're working together. And the woodwinds, well, that's kind of like the visuals. So you can use Nano Banana. I love that tool. Nano Banana from the folks at Gemini and Google. They've done a great job with that. And Canva, oh, I love Canva. Great little tool for people like me who are not graphics artists. Hey, that's not me. I don't do that, but I'm thinking they made Canva just for me. Yep, okay. And people like me. They say, hey, I'm not that good at it, but I love Canva. So you see, I know a little bit about these. I don't know everything about any of them, but I do know the right amount about a lot of them so that we can have a creative vision to life with stunning imagery and design. That's the key in how you want to do it. So here's what you want to do. You want to go from manual labor to vibe coding. Now the vibe coding I've talked about before here on how you can use that, what it is about, and how we can have vibe communicating as well, where we're communicating, going along with the flow, in the vibe of the moment, being able to do it. Andrej Karpathy came up with that. He was one of the founders over at OpenAI, came up with that idea of vibe coding, and I think it's still valid today. Because you see, we're moving toward orchestrating agents rather than writing lines of code. Rather than doing that, now we can use our words. Your prompting is the new baton. Hey, that's a good way to think about it. You know how the conductor will be there and do the nice things that he'll do with the baton to work really some magic? Well, that's what you and I are doing. And this is the core thesis for success right now. So we're going to see that we're going to be able to put that together, make it happen in a profoundly good way. So what does this mean for you and me right now as content creators and creative conductors? Well, I want you to stop thinking like a developer, if you are a developer, but instead you're going to be looking at it and thinking more like a conductor. The conductor, where you're managing that orchestra and bringing out the best in a lot of different people. You'll want to use that, and that's really what community is about. And your prompt is the instrument. You're going to get better at that. And by the way, a good way to do that is ask the prompt to say something like, and tell me what I have not asked you that I should that will help you to do a better job with this. That's a prompt that you can use. Ask the LLM you're using, whether it's ChatGPT or Perplexity, maybe you're using Gemini, love Gemini, maybe you're using Claude. There are several out there that are really good. Come on, they're real good. Some are good and better at some certain tasks than others, and that's okay. That's how it works. That's what we need to do. And so you're going to work with that and make it work. And you let the agents do the playing of the instruments. You don't see the conductor running out, grabbing an instrument very often at all, and starting to play that. That's not the conductor's job, and that's where you're going to be. And here's a real key. This is so important. I can't stress this enough. Focus on the pain, not the program. Too often we want to say, oh, here's the program I've got. It's really nifty and groovy. Hey, guilty as charged right here. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd, and I want to get into the programs. But really, it's more about the pain of what people are going through. See, what you want to do is you want to focus on mastering a specific AI tool, and that can be a distraction. So be careful of that. The real skill is, get this, sensing a community's specific problem. Write that down. Sensing the community's specific problem, and then you use AI to get the right solution. So you start with research. Go out and do your research. I remember when I was in the MBA program, had a professor, I don't know where he is, but I remember George Mochis, wonderful man. I think he was from Greece, and just a great professor, and talked to us about the importance of research. Of course, it was a whole lot different back then when I was in the MBA program than it is now, but now we can do it even better, because now you get strong research skills. These are essential, and you're going to know what to look for, and critically, what to discard. That's important, what to get rid of it. Look at the problem. Fall in love with solving that problem over the tool. See, the tool that we use really is irrelevant, whether you're using this version of ChatGPT or that version of Gemini. Okay, they're both good. They both have strengths and weaknesses, and they're both changing regularly. So whatever is there today, tomorrow could be different easily. But you see, the pain point is everything. Find out that pain that your audience is going through, where they're hurting, and they're going, what am I going to do about this? And you come in as the orchestra conductor, saying, let's get a little bit more of that soothing music there from the piano. That'll come in. Oh, and a little bit of the here on the xylophone. Yeah, we want a little bit of that. You find the friction, and then you assemble the solution. And the beauty of that is the speed to that solution is amazing. AI lets you validate and build very fast. We've seen that over and over. The advantage goes to those who identify problems first. You come up and go, here it is, this is the problem, here's the solution, as the orchestra conductor. And so the premium is on your taste and the strategy. Putting that in, thinking, okay, how am I going to put this together to make it work there? AI will generate the quantity. It can get a lot of references, and that's good. Think about it. It can go out and get research points and data references for hundreds of places where you can back up your ideas and the support to get that. But you then, as the orchestra, say, okay, I don't want the trumpets to be quite that loud at this point. You use your judgment there, and you're going to make that work. See, the conductor is providing the quality. That's you, providing that quality and making it work. Then you're going to create, and you're going to curate. So what do I mean by that? Well, in creation, you're going to use AI to generate a wide range of outputs rapidly and at scale. Hey, that makes a lot of sense and makes it better all the way around, because you're going to be able to help people solve their problems in a very specific way. And then with curating, you're going to apply the taste, the strategy, and here's an important one, the judgment, to select what truly does work and use that. And then here's the biggest one. Discard. You are going to have the power to discard, and that is vital as much as so to create. See, this is your moat around the castle. It'll help you a lot to learn how to say, okay, we don't need that as much. I'm not going to do this. It's good, but it's not A+. Focus on the A and A+ activities that you need to do. The B-, the C-, the D+, we can get rid of those real easy. The challenge? It's the B+. Hey, that's 89%. That's pretty good. Yeah, it is good, but it's not an A+. You want to focus on where can you get the A+ results and make that happen. And this is where the micro SaaS opportunity awaits you. SaaS, software as a service. You don't need to build the next Google. I like the way that Greg Eisenberg emphasizes. Greg, if you're watching this, really appreciate what you're doing out there, buddy. Build small, highly valuable solutions. I think that's so good. And you want to do it, get this, for a specific group of people. and keep overhead at zero. See, this is the difference. Now we're looking at, as Sam Altman said from OpenAI, the people that give us ChatGPT and several other products, we're not too far away from having a company that is one person valued at $1 billion. That's with a B, billion. Think about that. And why can't that be you? With the right amount of training, with the right amount of work, and maybe you don't hit $1 billion, maybe you only hit 900 million. Hey, I think you'll be able to get by. It's okay. But look at where we are right now. This is a time we've never had before in history. So here's the formula. You want to get a niche focus. And by the way, yes, it's niche, okay? I'm kidding, niche versus niche, it's okay. It's a niche focus. Get rich in your niche. I like that one. But a niche, tight focus of what you're going to do. And then zero overhead. Hey, that makes sense from a monetary point of view. You want to serve one specific community extremely well. You want to do that exceptionally well and extremely well. You want to be able to do it that way so they go, hey, if you want to get it done, you got to go get Mary. She really knows this stuff. Yeah, or you want the wiki woogies? Work with me a little bit on this, okay? The wiki woogies? Well, you need Peter. Peter really knows this stuff really well. You're going to make sure it's there. So the AI is going to eliminate the need for large teams or the infrastructure. That means you've got some opportunity. And then focus on high value. You want to solve a painful, specific problem that people will pay to fix. Find something that is affordable for them, but it also is profitable for you. And if they're saying, wow, we got to get rid of this, so it's a problem there, how much is that costing you? It's costing you $10, for instance, or $10 billion, $10,000, whatever it is. And you say, I can solve that for you for low price. And they'll look at it and go, whoa, of course, a smart business leader will do that. This is where you want to focus your energy. You see, the AI is going to build the product, but you build that most important thing called the trust. This is critical. You see, because what AI cannot do, this is important. Listen to this. AI can write the code, it can design the interface and automate the workflow, but it cannot build relationships and it cannot earn trust. It cannot lead a community. That's the key. You as a human being can lead that community. You can make sure they are finding their way and bringing the people together. Gina Carr and I do that regularly in our Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. Matter of fact, we just finished a program just a few moments ago where we were talking about these topics where people in the community learn from each other, sharing with each other, helping each other. That's a big part of it. We're spurring that on and helping them. And if you're interested in that, let us know. At starkravingentrepreneurs.com, you'll be able to find out about what we have and how we can help you on that. So that'll be something you want to take a look at to build that community for you. And then your vital role as a conductor is such that you're going to remember that your most important job is community building. When you think about it, a really good conductor does that. There's a camaraderie, supportive of each other, even though I remember in high school band, we had I played an oboe, I also played cornet a little bit of time, and I got a chance to play some other instruments too, and I loved it, and clarinet, I like that. But it was like the wind instruments versus the brass or versus the percussion, maybe, but only in a fun way. It's really a community, pulling together and getting the job done. That is the key. And here's the most important. You cultivate the relationships and marketing connections. That's what you want. AI cannot beat you at that. That's where you will sparkle and do well. And then I encourage you, my friend, to take the podium. You want to be there. You want to be on that podium helping people. So start conducting. Find one specific problem today. And then I want you to assemble your AI orchestra. We're going to need ChatGPT for this one. Nano Banana might be good for this right here. We might need 11 Labs to help us on this one, and a little bit of HeyGen on this one. You know what they can do, but you don't have to be the very best in every area on every tool. That should relieve you. Sure does me. You know what it can do. You know, okay, if I need to do this and this task, I know that this particular tool would be really good for that. So you find that one specific problem, assemble your AI orchestra, and you solve it. The music is waiting for you on that. Find the pain. Identify one specific problem that's out there in a community that you understand. You understand what's going on, and you can solve that. And then Assemble the orchestra. Assemble your orchestra. That's what I want you to do. Select the right AI tools for each part of the solution. That's going to be the key. And then conduct it and ship. Get it out there, put it together. You want to prompt, use the right prompt. You're going to curate this. You're going to stitch it together and then deliver all of the solution there, and then you build a community around it. That is going to be the key. As you work with this, you're going to find that there's a lot of capability that's out there that's going to help you in many, many different ways. So what I want you to do is I want you to be the creative conductor. You're going to be there conducting that orchestra. And by the way, I love this little graphic here. Notice all the robots out there that are playing their instruments. This is what you're going to do. You're going to be the person who's going to be able to help them to create the music as you direct them and put it together. This is what you can do. And here's some specifics that you can do. One of the things you can do is go over to starkravingentrepreneurs.com. We have a community that helps people do this exact thing, how you can do it. Get the assistance you need at an affordable cost. Be able to do that, put it together. Gina Carr and I put that together just so that you can do that. And here's something I want to give you for free to keep you up to speed on what's going on with these tools. Learn about tools like ChatGPT, Taja, fabulous little tool for repurposing, Perplexity, Cast Magic, Gamma, and we're adding more resources all the time and updating it regularly. So go over to AI Tools, the number 4, biz.com. AITools4biz.com. If you're catching this in the video version, there's a QR code. You can grab that and get it for you and for your team. No charge whatsoever for this. We want you to become involved. You'll be able to get involved with us, see what's like, and there's no cost to get this tool right here. So that can help you. We're at a major turning point right now in our world today as it's moving along. So this is the time to do it. Maybe you can be the one, maybe if you don't get 1 billion, but if you can, great. But if you don't get 1 billion, what if you only hit 1 million or 2 million or 10 million? Now is the time to do it. Get in there and start taking advantage of it. And we've got another video that's going to show you how you can do this right over here. Click on this. This is the next step for you. Put the time, money, and energy into this. And right now, there's no money to watch the video. You'll be able to do that. Connect with it. I'm Terry Brock with StarkRavingEntrepreneurs.com, and I will look forward to hearing from you.